Hello, welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft and welcome to my dojo. So, real quick, I've got a few things sitting out here that I need to go over with my students when class starts. Some times and prices and rules and things of that nature. I only have 2 patches left that say Aikido, and I am not quite sure whether I'll be able to give these out today or not, because these are the last 2 and I may have more than that show up. Anyway, this patch here is probably absolutely one of, if not the oldest thing in my martial arts that I still possess. This is the patch from Way of the Warrior Dojo when I trained in Matsumura style Shorin-ryu under Larry Martin. And that was actually my official second dojo that I trained with. The first one was also a Matsumura Shorin-ryu dojo under Ray Murphy. But this one here is the patch from that second dojo from the early, mid, and late 80s. So, all right. And hopefully I can use this because so here's something that I put up just for today. This is the Zenshin Self-Defense Academy. This is my genealogy of martial arts. So we start down here with Matsumura style Shorin-ryu under Larry Martin. There we go. And then we go to Matsumura style Shorin-ryu under Ray Murphy. And then we move over to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with, where are we at? There we go. With with Chad Wagner. This is my Animal House. He started Animal House, Chad Wagner did. And this is his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu line. And then we go to James Klingerman, and this is his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu line. There we go. And then we're going to move over to my Kijitsuku Kai Aikido, is my bandy line. Goes to Thomas Makiyama, Gozo Shioda, and then Morihei Washiba. And I also studied the Aikido of Oshiba under Sean Robertson. And I was never too clear about who his instructor was, but there's the next 2 in the line. And he did train with Mitsugi a few times that he talked about, but there was somebody in between him, and I'm not sure who it was, to be totally honest. I did train with American top team, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu American top team under Carlos Diaz. He also, if we go back over here, Chad actually brought him to Indiana and got him started here in Indiana, and he runs Indiana top team now. And then we go to my Kali line, and again, James Nielsen. He's the one that I have more lineage with than anybody else. Bruce Ogle, and then it just goes up into there. And then Ninjutsu, again with James, Suk Sundao, Fumio Manaka, and then Matsaki Hatsumi. So this is my basic general line. I do have a few more that can go in there, but they're nothing that I trained with a long time, so I just didn't add anything else. And you never know, there could be more added to that eventually one of these days, but I'm pretty happy with what I've got here. So James, if you look here at my Matsumura style Shorin-ryu, Larry Martin was taught by James, and then my Kali and Ninjutsu I got straight from James. As well, if you look at this patch here, this Way of the Warrior Dojo, this was James's dojo. So we move back from all of this, and we're going to go over to the floor area. And if you can see this here, I also want to show you this. Now, this is my MMA. This is the picture that I had made when I won my title, my middleweight Yes, at one time I was actually really a middleweight. My Cage Rage middleweight championship, August 17th, 2002. It's on my YouTube page. You can see that fight. But I was pretty excited about that. This is something that, as a matter of fact, if for some reason I do get buried somewhere, this will most likely be in my coffin with me. Absolutely. This and my beret that I got when I was in the Army as an airborne paratrooper, those two things plan on going into my coffin with me. So anyway, Kijitsu Kai Aikido. Here is my first Dan certificate when I received my first degree black belt in Kijitsu Kai Aikido. Here is my second degree Kijitsu Kai Aikido certificate. Let's go down here. Here is my third degree Kijitsu Kai Aikido certificate. And here is my fourth degree Kijitsu Kai Aikido certificate. Now, I don't have any more certificates and awards and all that stuff. I stopped keeping most of that stuff years ago. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, when I trained with Way of the Warrior Matsumuro style Shorin-ryu, I did karate tournaments. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't care for them, but I did do them simply because I was trying to help the dojo get students and promote the dojo and things to that nature. I do have a few videos up on my channel on one of my two playlists that talk about my background, and I go more into that. But those are videos that no one will ever probably witness or see. I do have some video of me fighting, and I don't want to use the word fight because I don't really consider karate tournaments fighting, but playing tag. I do have a few videos of me playing tag, but no, I will never post them on YouTube. And it's not, I mean, I didn't do too bad. As a matter of fact, I was a national, United States Karate Do-Kai national champion one year, and I was a state runner-up one year, so I didn't do too bad. I won plenty of awards. I won plenty of trophies. You know, I was pretty much at the top of my game at that point, but I wasn't good at it, and I didn't really enjoy it. So, and those are the reasons I'm not going to post it, because I really wasn't good at it, and I didn't really like doing it. I just did it because it was part of the dojo, and I wanted to promote the dojo and help them out. You know, I look at it now, and you know, I thought I sucked bad enough back then, but I don't know. Regardless. So anyway, I used to have a lot of karate trophies. I mean, every tournament I went to, and I went to all of them for like a year or two, I always won a trophy, somewhere first, second, or third place every single time. So I had plenty of trophies running around, and to be totally honest, they were very, very precious to me at one point. Even though I didn't really care for it, I was really proud that I had won those trophies, and I kept them for many, many, many years. I mean, many years. I probably moved 5, 6, 7 times over the handful of years that I had those trophies, and they would always get boxed up and moved to one place or another, and they went from prominence on shelves in the house to getting moved back to like a little storage room. And they sat out in a storage room for a while, and then eventually they just got boxed up and put in a shed. And after probably being in a box in a shed for 3, 4, 5 years, I said heck with it, and I just threw them out. They just didn't really mean the same thing to me anymore. So now my certificates and that belt will never be like that. Now, I always thought that the karate trophies would never be that way, but this is a little different. MMA is in my blood. It'll be there, you know, for all time. And I enjoy it and I love it. And, you know, I didn't feel the same way about the karate tournaments. And my certificates, of course, I'm going to keep those as well. So that's just a little bit of stuff that I've got. I just have the belt and those 4 certificates. I do have a certificate from Bruce Ogle from the Kali. I went to a seminar with him, and he wrote me up a nice little certificate and stuff, and I've got it somewhere. It's not sitting with, I pulled it out a couple months back before we started going on these trips. I pulled it out because I wanted to make a copy of it and put it into my pages with the copies of stuff that I have. And I never put it back where it belonged, and I don't remember where I put it. But it was, you know, it's not a rank certificate or nothing like that. It was just a, you know, appreciation for showing up and training and things of that nature. But I generally don't keep a lot of certificates anymore. I don't fight karate tournaments, so I'm not going to win any trophies. So anyway, that's a little bit of stuff. I got to get ready. I've got class coming up in about 20 minutes, so I've got to get going. And thank you guys for watching Bentley's Backwards Bushcraft. Enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.